We've got our first official look at Zazie Beetz as Domino in Deadpool 2, and I want to talk about it! What is up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. Guys, in classic Deadpool fashion, Ryan Reynolds posted a picture on Twitter giving us the first look at Zazie Beetz as Domino from Deadpool 2. Now, a couple of different things pop off to me right away here. First of all, you have to say she's a modern, kind of different take on the character. Instead of having all of her skin like bleached and then have the one Domino aspect on her eye, they made that one part of her eye bleached and the rest of her is just her natural skin tone. She's also kind of rocking a fro. The big thing here to me is that she's still throwback in the way that she's like sexy, she's obviously, busty and wearing tight leather. And that's the one thing about Domino is, she's an late 80s, 90s character. She's kind of like a sexploitation type character. She comes from that era, which is where Deadpool comes from too. So the nostalgia is there, and I honestly think that it's kind of a unique thing that we've got going on here, where she is a modern take of that kind of a sexy character from the late 80s and the early 90s. So I actually think she looks spot on. The thing to me that really defines whether or not I buy a character, an adaptation of a character in live action, is can I look at the character immediately and tell which character they are? And I can absolutely do that with Domino. This is Domino, and I think that it's amazing. Now, she of course is from the Atlanta show. That's probably where she's best known for. And I actually haven't watched Atlanta yet. A lot of people are like, yo, go watch Atlanta. And it's a short season, so maybe I'll get around to doing that soon. But she's from Atlanta, which is pretty cool, and, working with that whole Donald Glover thing. So people say that she's got a lot of talent. I'm pretty excited to see her in this role. Really makes me think that we're going to get like a six-pack kind of thing going on. Six-pack is, of course, a group of mercenaries that Cable and Domino first meet each other, kind of forming. He already was a part of the six-pack. And then they kind of do their whole assassin thing together. So I think that's more or less what we're going to get in Deadpool 2, is a version of like the six-pack kind of on the same mission as Deadpool, or perhaps them all working together. I think it's going to be pretty grounded and pretty character driven. Real quick too, if you don't know Domino's power set, she actually has a weird telekinetic luck kind of ability. I know that sounds weird, and that's because it is. It's weird comic book stuff, but basically they were trying to make super soldiers with the Captain America serum that, all the major villains have all tried to replicate. It's the thing that Hulk is, has a part of. The super soldier serum is this big catalyst for a lot of different powers and things in the Marvel universe. And, obviously, depending on what is happening with Fox and Marvel, that can't be a thing. But regardless, she's an attempt at making a super soldier, and she has some kind of, super strength, some kind of super agility, a little bit of, some of that going on, but mostly her ability is to see all of these things and see the right way to do things, and then she does them, and she's able to just have incredible luck. So she actually has just like an incredible amount of luck. So I think that, for the tone and the world that they created with Deadpool, this is really cool, because she's gonna be able to like dodge a bunch of bullets, do a bunch of amazing things, flip around, be really crazy cinematically, and then Deadpool will be right alongside with her, getting shot, getting his arm cut off, all these things that Deadpool does. And so I think that's going to be really kind of cool, like a nice juxtaposition there between styles. I think they might go for kind of a blaxploitation kind of thing with her. I would imagine, just with the look and her kind of pedigree as an actress, that, why not play that up? I think go for it. I mean, she's a sexy black woman. That's pretty hot. So she should do her thing, be that on screen. I think that'll be cool. And also interesting to see like this grizzled Josh Brolin Cable and her, and then Deadpool and their dynamic, because like most comic book fans might not want to admit it, but this is really soap opera. That's what makes some comics work, is they're really soap opera. We like the characters, we like the relationships that the characters have with each other. So I get a lot out of this image, not to mention she's on a Deadpool rug, which is absolutely hilarious and just so in line with the Deadpool thing, this mood and marketing campaign and this brand that they've created around Deadpool, which I find very fascinating. I was not the hugest fan of Deadpool 1. I did like it. It's a very accurate comic book adaptation, one of the best movies Fox has done, but I'm just not that huge of a Deadpool fan in general, so while I liked the movie, I wasn't super hype on it, but I am a huge Cable fan. Like, I love X-Force, I love Cable, Nathan Summers, X-Man, all the different alternate versions of him, when he fought the Silver Surfer, like, craziness. He's a very, very powerful character, so I'm very interested to see what they do with all of these new X-Men characters and Deadpool. Fox, by the way, guys, did not really do much at all at Comic-Con. They didn't really talk about any of their X-Men movies. They didn't really talk about the Doctor Doom movie or, anything other than Noah Hawley saying that. They didn't talk about their TV shows. They had an hour-long panel, and it was mostly Kingsman, from what I understand. So there's something going on here. They are either working on something with Marvel, a play nice scenario, which I do believe is happening in some sense, but also, and probably more likely, is they are working on the fabric of a shared universe. They're really digging in and trying to set this thing up. They know they've got a hit in Deadpool 2. I think spin that into, new interesting territories, fill out that universe, and start to build a brand, you know what I mean? Like this shared universe, this cinematic universe thing. I think they're more than capable of doing it, and it looks as though they're going to do it in the Deadpool sort of way. So what do you think about Zazie Beetz as Domino? Do you get the vibe of the character? I mean, are you excited to see her going around? I mean, God, she's sexy as hell. It's going to be pretty awesome. You think she's going to kind of outshine other people in the movie? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Even if you hate it, if you hate the costume, you hate everything, let me know. I want to talk to you guys about it. I want to hear your thoughts about this, because we all love nerding out about these awesome things. And let me know how excited you are for Deadpool 2. As always, guys, if this is your first video on the Den, or if you've been watching for a while and haven't subscribed, take the plunge, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so you don't miss any of the videos and the conversations that come after them. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day. See ya!